you wanted to tell the members of the Funders Collaborative any two things that they should consider as they plan the future of ArtReach, what would you tell them?
What are we not talking about? What do you see not listed there that you'd like to see? Or
we want to know from you if that sounds good. What are the most pressing, elements? What needs to stay if it is going to change, or what new things we can consider? So completely think out of the box as well.
It's your voices, right? You're the, you guys are the people that we're supposed to be funding and serving. So we want to know, they want to know, right?
What everybody's looking for is youth engagement.
That ArtReach is, I'd say, the only funder that anyone would say is part of their community. Like, ArtReach is really part of the youth-led arts community. You can't really say that about anyone else.
Shaheena's always a phone call away, and anytime we were freaking out about something, I just call her an email, and it's a response.
Where ArtReach and Shaheena created something where it's like, you didn't lose. Learn from that, grow from it, and let me set you up with someone else who can help you.
Get her some help. She needs some more hands. All right, funders?
You guys give us the freedom to do what we want to do and say, okay, well, we can't necessarily fund you if you want to do it this way, but if you do it this way, then you'll you know what I mean? Yeah. And really helping us weed out our own ideas, not trying to plant their own ideas or ways of doing things in our head, right?
And I was at one of the pitch contests, and it was amazing where, in a sense, what you're doing with that pitch contest is you put it out there, and then the youth had to prepare. So now they have their proposal, their presentation. So they're, in a sense, learning everything they need to do to become a business or an entrepreneur or an organization. So for me, I thought that was amazing.
I think that's so important for young people, because then they still have that sense of ownership.
that level of transparency, I feel like this understanding of the grassroots community and the real challenges is definitely there.
Yeah.
And not just, not just written, like the model that's being used, for empowerment and so forth. I feel like it's really there. It really makes somebody want to even work harder.
It's expanding the workshop content to really applicable stuff. So grant writing workshops, awesome. Event workshops, pro homo workshop, you run that again.
Creating more events, whether it's monthly or bi-monthly, for funded and non-funded groups to come together to network, to showcase, and to raise funds.
A funder that aligns with some of those values and principles is really key.
To include, to either just change it or to also include an advisory board which will include youth and give youth a voice at that level, because I think that's important.
It would be good to sort of embed something formally where you could say, okay, this is a collaborative model, right? So we also have partnership with members of the community, and they also have a say in how ArtReach is run.
A lot more communities should know about this. You should probably get into high schools.
And you guys are an organization that fund youth initiatives, like youth teaching youth.
All your components, the major theme is giving a voice to youth.
So I think that's great if you guys could just go out there in the priority neighborhoods and spread the word out there.
Because there's a lot of youth that have great ideas that they don't have the outlet.
Creating a contest for youth internships so that you could actually have some youth here, and while you're doing what you do, there's 4 or 5 youth that are around assisting you and that kind of thing, but learning at the same time. We should do other events like that where it is something like a Dragon's Den, and we film it and use it as promotional material, and then youth who have gotten a grant into multimedia and that kind of thing can be the ones taking the pictures and doing the video. So now it's something where they're involved in the process. There was 250 youth in leadership positions in the grants. That's amazing to hear. Whereas before, it was some old people sitting in a room saying, young people want hula hoops. And it was what?
ArtReach is something that believes in the potential of young people to build enough on their skills to do anything that they want to. And so I think there's tons of people who, they do it differently than Shaheena, but I think there's tons of people who are capable of doing as good of a job as Shaheena has done.
How many do you guys want when I hear grant review team, my thinking is that they have input on the grants and who gets chosen, right? Or what organizations or bodies get chosen. When I think of grant review team, I don't think that they would have input on the way that ArtReach is structured or the way that it runs. Perhaps that happened organically, or maybe it was structured to play that role.
Or grants that have potential to either grow into or blossom into something that can either sustain its own stuff or bring more profit into ArtReach and to the investors. Because like, I mean, investors like to get money, but they like to see a return too.
So what I'm trying to say is that with funding, there should be like an ethics committee, so that the responsibilities on those people in power as well. And that way, if we're part of the ethics committee, we can say, well, this is the human impact of you not funding us, and this is what it will do to us. This is what it will cost
That
us.
trust that's there between young people and just the proven track record of sort of success and whatnot is huge. And I think that needs to be built on. And I think that it's really rare. There's not a lot of funders like that I can think of in the city right now. And I think that you guys should be, ArtReach should be a model for all youth-led funders. So continue the great work. I think that it's